Alright guys, what is up? As you can see, I've been playing the Division on PC, and I decided I was going to show off what graphic settings I'm rolling with right now. And I have a GTX 970 and a 4600K overclock, and I can get, obviously I can run max settings if I wanted to, but not at 60 FPS, unfortunately. So I've kind of picked and choose what settings to turn off, and let me know if you got any suggestions or if this helps you out in trying to get 60, because I think that's more important than the graphics, is trying to get at least 60 in most 99% of the areas in the game, which you can definitely achieve. Usually the problem areas are like outside. The base operations is one that gets down to basically 60, but inside I get like 90 with these settings. So let's get into it. So first off, you got your VSync and frame rate. I'm running G-Sync, so I have both these off. If you want to, you probably have to turn this on and limit the frame rate if you have like a 60 hertz monitor. So, but I have mine off. So shadow quality high. I wish I could run this. If you have a 980, you could probably get away with running this. It actually does make a difference, but it costs like 10 frames, and it's not worth it in this kind of game. I had to have 60 on a shooter. And shadow resolution high. You definitely need this. So the spot shadow count. From what I've seen, high is not a huge factor. It's only a huge factor when you're looking like down and you're like a high vantage point, and it gets you a little frames back. And usually you're going to be, underneath in the city, so you're really hardly ever going to notice this, I think. So I turned it down to medium, and also turn this to ultra if you can, because it makes a huge difference. And I don't think it gives like too many frames, but it's still, it makes a big difference. So I also turned this to low. All high hits the frame rate pretty hard, and it's not a big deal. Like, it puts like a little shadow underneath objects, and you're usually never really gonna notice it. And I gained like 6 or 7 frames with this, so I turned it to all low. So I put just SMA 1 low. I don't know if my reshave I'm using actually uses anti-aliasing. I don't know. So sharpen, it's whatever you want. You should probably actually turn this down to 50. Also, it's really weird? This is in the beta too. Like, if you press 40 and you press apply, it goes to like the next thing. And it does this for all of these. And it's kind of weird they haven't fixed that yet, but whatever. Particle detail. Ultra hit is a huge performance hit whenever there's particles going on, so I leave this on high. Yes. And then volumetric fog is medium. The reason why the benchmarks is so low is probably because of this is on ultra, and I would never do that. It is like a huge performance hit, and medium is just good enough. And then you got reflection quality high. I don't think this does anything. Subsurface scattering, yes. Anisotropic filtering, yes. High on that. And I went with NVIDIA HBAO. For whatever reason, I put this on very high to test it out, and I got the exact same frame rate. So try it out. I would definitely run this if you at all possible can, because it is a huge step up even from ultra, I think. So I would definitely run this. Obviously you can if you have an AMD card, but I would definitely try considering this, because it's really good. I turned depth of field off, and then for the object detail, I put 60%, and then the streaming distance I put 80%. 60 is kind of like the sweet spot on the benchmarks, so that's where I put mine too. I really didn't see a huge difference, so let me know if you find a difference, but I gained a few. If you turn it all the way down to 0, you get like 10 frames, but obviously, I don't think I would really want to do that, because it affects like, it's stuff in the background and stuff. And then I turned all these off. Apparently lens flare, it gives a performance hit too, I don't know why, but, so yeah. There's my settings. Usually, like I said, I'll get like 80, 90 indoors, and then 70, 60, 70 outdoors, and then it will drop barely like below like 56 in like very few areas, and this is kind of trying to prevent that as much as possible. Like, I could probably get away with running this, but some of the outdoors will like drop below 60 and kind of get on my nerves. And again, in a shooter, for me personally, I mean, from the images comparisons, this is actually really good. Definitely a step up from high, but I wouldn't run it personally because I don't know. So let me know. I'm gonna run the benchmark at the end of this video, just so you can see what I get on the benchmark. So let me know what y'all think, and let me know if you have any suggestions. All right, peace.